What's up, 23? It's been a while, right? So look, I want to comment on the latest of the social media and stuff with the EC, aka the Earth Center, aka Hejta. So it was this particular interview. It was about 2 weeks ago. The head of the EC made. Now, normally we don't say this guy's name. For those of us, who know him, we don't really say his name. That's how serious this person's crimes and his spiritual, the spiritual crimes and the things the evil that he's done, right? But for the sake of pointing out evil and for the sake of, letting people know, because it's wrong, in my opinion, to sit back and not say anything if you see someone who's evil, who everyone assume is a nice person and a righteous person, and they're doing wickedness that's harming people. You understand? So I have to name him. This man, Naba Irita Shemera. This dude right here is an evil, wicked person. And you say, oh, why you say that? Well, I know him well. I hung out with him. I watched him very closely. And my ancestors made it so where I can see who this person really was. And it's very hard because when you're getting this Kemetic knowledge that the Makaru, the founder, our beloved Ascended Master gave us, we want to go all in. We like, man, this knowledge is what's up. And when you hear this man speak, right, when you hear him speak, he's not a strong speaker, but he's very knowledgeable. So what he does is he spews a lot of knowledge, when people hear terms like, Yenu and Bayou Ali, and they hear these terms and concepts, it does something to the unconscious and subconscious mind, and it wakes up the past lives and stuff, right? It's powerful. People who want this knowledge and who are spiritual, they like moths to the flame. We want this knowledge, man. So when I looked in the comments, right, it was one of those shows, right? It shows they have people like Umar Johnson, and they have Rastafaris. They have, a lot of people I didn't know, some people I did know. It seems like a show that they're trying to do, consciousness and health and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they trying to get people, and you look in the comments and you say, oh, yeah, the knowledge, this and that and the other. And that's what that is, right? But here's the thing. Knowledge is only goes so far, right? Now, it's more than just knowledge. It's about duty. So even if we utilize all that knowledge, right, that the Makaru, Neb Naba, Lhasa Musa Manan Denenbig, the founder of the Earth and our beloved Ascended Master gave us, right, there's still other duties and obligations we have. So one of those duties and obligations is to do all that we can do for our ancestors, right? And not just our ancestors, we have other entities and stuff that we have to take care of. Very important thing in this incarnation. Some of us, we waited, millennium for this, right? For right here, right now, to be able to do these things, to be able to feed our ancestors and to connect what needs to be connected. So the EC does initiation, right? So it's the thing with Americans in the West, right? We are ignorant of a lot of things. We don't know a lot of basic spiritual concepts. It's easy for us to get taken advantage of. We thinking we learn a little knowledge about this and that and the other, the stuff that they give us. but it's really garbage. So when we get this comedic knowledge, whoo, man, we it's like, hey, it's dog food, man. We gonna eat it up. You understand? So when we get these concepts of where all spirituality came from, all morality, we get sucked in. So initiation, right? Firstly, with the EC, right? The part of the initiation is for you to get your name. So the concept is that the earth, right? Every human being that's born has a divine name. And you get the name, they give you the name when you graduate from initiation from the Earth Center, learning certain concepts. So this is what the Makaru gave us, right? Because your name already belongs to you. But when you learn these concepts and everything, you're able to use the power of your name, because your name is very powerful, coming from the earth, and you're able to use this for your destiny and to do things in a proper way as far as getting your name. So that's only part of it, right? But here's the thing. When you get initiated, right, it's a merger. So firstly, right, when you get initiated to any African traditional spiritual system, or African, what they say sometimes is religion, right, which is Vodun, Santeria, Palo, Ifa, Obey, Orishas, any, whatever, right? Firstly, you have to connect to your ancestors, right? So that's the thing. A lot of us, we have ancestors and we have other deities that have not been connected to in a very long time. So this is what the EC is supposed to do, right? This is supposed to be their specialty. But this is something that they don't do. Another thing is when you go to, when you get initiated, right, it's a merger. So all the deities, right, that the Makaru brought over, so he brought deities over, he made shrines, he made jinglings, right? He brought those deities and those ancestors and those jinns, all those things, right, over. You are supposed to, when you get initiated, right, you are supposed to be able to connect with those deities, right? And you're supposed to have really like your own relationship with those deities. You're supposed to be able to go to those shrines and, connect with those deities, right? Now, there's always stipulation in every tradition, right? But in some way, you should be able to do that with some of those deities, some of those entities or whatnot. You should be able to connect with those things, without a shadow of a doubt. So if they're not doing that, then that's not a real initiation. If they're not connecting you with your ancestors and the deities that you were born with, that you were born onto, then it's not the initiation. Like, what's the use? You know what I'm saying? But we don't understand that. We get caught up in it's not about the antiquity of Egypt and the opulence of Egypt. That's dead. And this is where we continue to have problems. We keep trying to resurrect these things when those energies is dead. That's over. Kepra transformed that. Even the Makaru said is over with that. But we emotionally want to connect with that. Like that's us, and that's not. Most of us, we come from, or we lived among, sons and daughters of slaves. That's what has to be redeemed first before you try to go, back to anything. But the initiation is part of the redemption. But if you're not connecting with those things and if you're not doing the work and doing everything you can, then what's the use? But see, this is what this guy is not doing. I already said his name. I'm not going to say it no more. Okay. So he's not doing that work. He's not doing the work. So I'm going to go into maybe 1 or 2 more videos, but I'm not going to keep talking about this. But